the COW that was committee of the whole meeting that was started this morning for a special lunch presentation that we'll be receiving from members of AmeriCorps. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Mr. Barnes.
Present.
Mrs. Burdick. Here. Mr. Curran. Mr. Sear.
Here.
Mr. Demick. Mr. Fanton.
Here.
Mrs. Hanchett.
Here.
Mr. Harris.
Here.
Mr. Havey.
Here.
Mr. Healy. Mr. Ricky.
Here.
Mrs. Ricketts Swales.
Here.
Mrs. Root. Mr. Rumfelt. Mr. Stockin.
Here.
10 present, 5 absent.
Thank you, ma'am. Once again, I'd like to welcome members of AmeriCorps to the board chambers today. I want to thank you in advance for the work you're doing in Allegheny County as associated with the Land Bank. I want to thank, we have 2 Land Bank representatives here with us as well. I want to thank you for your presence today, and I want to thank you for facilitating this work, good work that's being done by AmeriCorps. They've asked for a meeting today to provide us with a slideshow to discuss some of the work they do, and are you ready to go with that? Looks like it. And the first presenter today, Mr. Eisenman, is coming around with some literature, but the first presenter today is Angelina Johnson from Texas. I want to welcome you. Thank you again for being here and give you the floor. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here today. We're really excited to just present over AmeriCorps and what we've been doing here in Allegheny County. So I'll go ahead and get started. Oh, okay. All right. Let me see. If not.
Just a second.
It's not you, Angelina. This happens every time.
Okay. All right. So I'll go ahead and reintroduce myself. So my name's Angelina Johnson, and I'm from Texas. So our team is Willow 2, and our project is here serving in Allegheny County with the Allegheny County Land Bank. The purpose of our project is to remove debris and refuse to combat blight. And this project will help to improve housing equity and bring back property taxes to those homes that we're working on to increase county funding. So,
Still not working?
oh, yeah, it is. Okay, great. So just a little brief introduction about AmeriCorps. We're a federal agency which aims to address the nation's most pressing challenges through various programs like NCCC, which we're a part of, VISTA, state and national, among others. So NCCC, or the National Civilian Community Corps, is a program where members 18 to 26 serve in a team-based residential program that aims to meet the needs of the communities that they are serving in. There's also FEMA Corps, which is in partnership with FEMA. So next is VISTA. Members serve full-time addressing poverty and building capacity in the nonprofits that they're working with. And then there's state and national, where members are serving with nonprofits all throughout the nation, like Habitat for Humanity. So that's a little bit about AmeriCorps. Thank you.
So I'm going to get more into the NCCC program. So it's a full-time residential program where members serve 10 to 11 months at a time, working on the mission of strengthening communities and developing leadership skills through team-based service. This is achieved by having teams travel across the country, completing 3 to 7 projects at a time that are 4 to 8 weeks in length. So to go into the member experience, members serve in teams of 7 to 12, and you live, travel, and work with your team, as well as exploring the communities with teammates of many different backgrounds. Members are also assigned to leadership roles where they develop a variety of skills. Often you choose your role and things you're interested in.
All right. So my name is Benjamin Rott. I'm from Florida, and I've taken on the great responsibility of being team leader for Willow 2. And I'm going to go ahead and talk to you a little bit more about my duties as team leader in AmeriCorps and Triple C. So basically, I'm the coordinator for these folks. I'm the direct liaison between headquarters, the sponsors, and the team. I make sure that everyone is doing their job properly and safely. I act as a role model and a cultivator for future leaders and future self-starters. I also am responsible for budget and funds to make sure that our team has the supplies and food that they need for the project. So thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Antonio Jaramillo. Some benefits to the program include, but are not limited to, a living allowance and a stipend, provided room and board, optional healthcare benefits, transportation to work and training sites, plenty of skills training and leadership opportunities, federal student loan forbearance, some college credit, and an educational award of over $7,000, which matches the Pell Grant.
All right, my name's Isaac White. I'm from Oklahoma. I'm going to talk about the eligibility to apply for our program. The AmeriCorps program, you have to be a U.S. citizen or a U.S. national or a lawful permanent resident between the ages of 18 and 26 to be a crew member or corps member like we are. There's not an age max or like an age limit for team leaders like Ben. And in the FEMA Corps, yeah, you have to be a U.S. citizen. But we do not require you to graduate high school or a GED. Anybody of the age can take on. Thank you.
Hello again. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the service areas that NCCC teams go out and do stuff in. So we have energy conservation projects, environmental stewardship and conservation projects, infrastructure improvement, disaster relief, and urban and rural development. I can actually go ahead and give y'all examples of those in the next slide. So for energy conservation, that would go into making audits and assessments on different weatherization projects, as well as facilitate educational programs for energy conservation and learning for younger folks. And then we have environmental stewardship, which is building trails. We have teams out there planting trees that are native to the area and facilitating environmental education programs for the youth. We have infrastructure improvement also, where teams are out there constructing wheelchair ramps or repairing public facilities and playgrounds, and also preserving historical artifacts and buildings. Then we have natural and other disasters, where teams are out there doing home repairs from natural disasters, but also other disasters like floods, wildfires, hurricanes. They also conduct needs assessments and clean up debris that have fallen into buildings or roads or homes. And last but not least, we have urban and rural development, which is actually the project area that we're working in here in Allegheny County, where we're assisting with community revitalization through eliminating blight in communities and working in addressing housing challenges and conducting needs assessments. So, thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. Hope you're all enjoying your lunch. My name is Megan Duffys, and I'm from Ohio, and I'll be talking about NCCC project maps. So, AmeriCorps addresses compelling community needs. They have a well-planned task and sponsor supervision for whenever they perform different projects. Yeah. They involve the community. They involve.
It's okay.
Sorry.
You're doing great. Take a break. Yep.
Sorry.
Can I take a second to ask a question to the back table, please? Is there anybody back there that applied for AmeriCorps in their past and was denied acceptance?
Yes.
Oh, there is. as a
Yes,
matter of fact.
I had applied for an AmeriCorps job and did not make the cut when I was in college, so.
And did they give a reason why?
I think they just had too many applicants for that particular position. It was a local position, too.
Interesting. Well,
Yep.
yeah, you landed on your feet,
I
county
did all
administrator
right,
now.
yeah.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, I just want to give credit to this young lady. I remember my first time publicly speaking. You did a great job, and it was a pleasure to hear you.
It's not easy. It's not easy. Go ahead.
So the NCCC project must address compelling community needs, have well-planned tasks and sponsor supervision, involve the community throughout the project, including local volunteer support, and provide opportunities for members' growth and development, including orientation and training.
Hi, everybody. So when the land bank applied for, I applied for the grant back in the beginning of the year, and at first they said we were accepted, but they didn't have enough projects for us. And so we actually, last minute, they said we put us on a waiting list, and the waiting list was generated and the last minute they said, we do have a team for you. And so my application was to have them come out and do landscaping and do some clean outs and also help with the housing study that I spoke to you guys about before a few months ago. Between that, my application, and then we got properties from the tax sale, and upon entering those, we realized we do have a lot of work that could be done, and luckily it was coincided at the exact same time as they awarded us the team. So when we get properties from the tax sale, we go in sight unseen, and one of our biggest challenges is to get those places cleaned out so we can assess them if we're going to be able to rehab them, or should we demolish them, and also to be able to get environmental testing done, such as asbestos, lead. We can't even assess those with the amount of debris and other things that are in these houses. So they're going to show you some before and afters from a few houses that we did. I believe we worked on 6 homes, and out of those 6 homes, we emptied 12 30-yard dumpsters. They removed over 40,000 pounds of rubbish that went to the landfill, which equates to about 4,500 pounds per member. And this was over a 6-week time, and during that 6-week time, they weren't just humping the whole time. They also did other things. They were also, which they'll talk about, they had other obligations to AmeriCorps to do outreach, to do in-service learning, and to learn more about our community. So we weren't just slaving them out 24/7. So they removed 40,000 pounds in less than 4 weeks, about 4.5 weeks. It was pretty impressive. And now those houses, we can go in there and we can assess them with an engineer. We can assess them for asbestos abatement and all those other things. They were a great team to work with. They were motivated. They worked well with each other. They were intrigued about our community. They got to see a lot of things in the county that frankly a lot of people who live here don't get to see. They get to appreciate the treasures that we do have here in Allegheny County, and I think they took a lot from that. So I just wanted to kind of preface the before and afters here. These houses were a couple of them in Wellsville, one in Bolivar, Cuba, Andover, Almond. So they've bounced around the county. They've really got to spread the work out. Wasn't just all in a couple homes in one neighborhood, but they got to spread their work out throughout the county.
Hello, so my name is Shannon Fuller and I'm from Massachusetts. I'm going to be just going through these photos and highlighting for you some of the specifics of what we've done so far. So this was a photo from the garage at our very first house on Grover Street in Wellsville. And from this home, we filled about 3 of those 40-foot dumpsters that Jason talked about, with just debris, trash, and there was a lot of old personal belongings in this home as well. So this is just a before and after from the garage area. And this is a front view from the home. So part of our team was working on removing all of this vegetative debris. So you can clearly see there's a big difference. Obviously before you couldn't even really see the home from the road. In terms of landscaping, a few of our members also helped to restore the front walkway, which was relatively falling apart. And they also identified an area on the sidewalk for repair to help reduce the risk of injury on the property. This is also from that same home, just the downstairs bathroom where we removed all of the appliances, so like the toilet, the dish, or the washer and the dryer. And so you can see kind of more clearly in the after photo just how much we had everything removed, and to hopefully just sort of get it ready for Jason to hire a team to renovate it. This photo here is from the house in Cuba that we worked on. At this home, we filled 1.5 40-foot dumpsters. This home, there was a lot of stuff in, and we learned from the neighbors that at some point, the family who lived there just kind of got up and left and pretty much left everything in there. From this stuff, though, a lot of it was still in good condition, so we were able to donate about 30 books to the local Head Start program. We also were able to donate a washer, a dryer machine, and the basketball hoop that they had there. This photo here is from the home that we worked on O'Connor Street in Wellsville. I would say that this was probably one of our more challenging projects, but also most rewarding. So this photo here is just from the dining room area that they had. So from this home, we filled 5 40-foot dumpsters. So there's a lot of stuff in this home. This is a photo from the attic where from this, the attic was a difficult experience. We had to deal with the heat and wasps, but it was very, again, just rewarding to work as a team to get everything down from there. From this home as well, we were also able to save about 20 to 30 historical artifacts that we did send over to the Andover Historical Society. And part of the reason why this house was so challenging was because of this basement. So the house was relatively falling in on one side of the home, so we had to stabilize it with a couple beams just to make it safe for us to get in there. But we did want to get in there so that Jason could hire someone to have an engineer go in and see if the home is worth saving. And one thing that you can't really see from these photos, obviously, just how much stuff was in there, but there was a lot of jars filled with old peaches and stuff dating back to the 90s. So definitely part of what we were trying to do is just remove that hazardous waste from that home. And then let's see. This photo here is a before and after of the garage at the Friendship home that we worked on. So in Friendship, we filled 30 40-foot dumpsters. I don't have a photo of it, but we did also remove the patio in front of the home, or the front porch, sorry, which was falling through. So just removing that risk of injury. And then we also, again, at this home cleared the surrounding overgrown vegetation to hopefully help get a company in there to restore the home. This photo here is from Main Street over in Bolivar. So this home was already cleared out on the inside, so we were just tasked with doing the landscaping work on the outside. And you can kind of see how much overgrown vegetation there was around the home, especially with all those vines and everything. And it was very satisfying to get all of that off of there. We were also tasked with removing in the gutters, there were plants growing. There was soil and it was very much overgrown. So we got that out of the way. And then this photo here shows the work that we did to basically expose the driveway again. You couldn't really tell from where it was before. So we just did a lot of this outside landscaping work. So again, hopefully this will be one of the homes that they can save and be restored for the community. And that's it.
How y'all doing? My name is Raekwon. I'm from North Carolina. I'll be talking about community involvement. Getting involved with the community, not just through service, but also experience. Members engage in independent service hours with other community organizations beyond the project work, which we didn't do much of because this is a shorter program. But we have a longer 10-month program where that's more apparent to get your hours up to complete the program. And that first picture right there is when we visited the Eternal Flame. And we see how nice it was around here, all the sites and stuff. And the second picture is we visited the second Seneca Nation. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But the event where we saw the Native American traditions and we saw how diverse the community was around here. So it was a nice experience. And the third picture is us when we visit Niagara Falls. So yeah, we had fun. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Okay, for more information about AmeriCorps, visit AmeriCorps.gov. And those are our contacts right there. And then thank y'all for listening to our presentation. Yeah, if y'all have any questions, just you can ask them. We'll be here to answer them.
Okay.
Real quick, my name is Joel. I'm from Bolivar, New York, and I had the privilege of supervising these guys. And I just want to take a second and just let everybody know how hardworking and great they work together. There was days that it was over 90 degrees, and they always made sure each other had enough water, made sure everybody was working safe. And it was a real privilege to work with these guys, and what a great group of people. And I hope them a lot of success in life. So I just wanted to say that. So thank you.
Thank you. So guys, thanks for that presentation. On behalf of Allegheny County, thank you for the work you did to improve our neck of the woods here. It's nice to get some people from outside our area to come in and see some of the great things we know about this county, but to leave it in a little bit better place is certainly appreciated. Brian Laux, Chairman of the Land Bank, thank you for helping to facilitate this. Jason, thank you very much for your work. Jason Eisman. Hope it continues in the future. Hope you've built a good relationship and you continue this partnership. I think the board probably would be very interested, whether through county departments or through our partner agencies, to further explore opportunities for AmeriCorps. But again, thanks very much, and hope you can stick around and meet some of us and share some more stories. If there's nothing else for the good of the order, would anyone care to make a motion to adjourn? So moved by Legislator Fanton, seconded by Legislator Stockin. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.